everybody! This is Ryan, also known as MrMightyMcD, and this is my second video for E3 2012, the Electronic Entertainment Expo in Los Angeles, California. Today I'm going to be discussing the Electronic Arts press conference, telling you what happened and what I thought of it, along with giving it a grade, so let's do this. Electronic Arts, also known simply as EA, started their press conference with Dead Space 3. They showcased it with a trailer that looked fantastic and then went into the live co-op demo. At first I thought the live co-op demonstration was a bit boring because all I really saw was Isaac Clarke and another character duke it out against some rotating claw thing piling on status. It wasn't until they got outside that things got more interesting. Necromorphs are back and Isaac Clarke and co are on a frozen desolate planet filled with them, and it's looking as crazy as ever. I saw Isaac Clarke roll and immediately thought Gears of War, not to mention him crouching for cover. But what worried me about the demo is if Dead Space is starting to fall for the Resident Evil trap. More action, less horror. And I suppose horror is hard to showcase at something like E3, but it does leave me with some questions. I just hope the horror is still intact in this game, because whilst I didn't find Dead Space 1 and Dead Space 2 especially scary, I appreciate the horror themes and moments. But man, the end of the live demo was insane. They couldn't have ended it any better with Isaac Clarke getting swallowed and travelling through the intestines of a giant necromorph. That was awesome. After Dead Space 3 was Madden 13, and I don't really care much for Madden, so I wasn't really interested. But what they showed is that they seem to be making Madden almost into a sports RPG in some areas, and making it really lifelike with fake Twitter feeds and all this kind of weird stuff. It's really strange, but it seems alright. What made me laugh though was the trailer they started off with. The guy's face was just so ridiculous. But yeah, Madden 13, woo, yeah. SimCity Social was after Madden, and at first I was like, oh god, why? I don't care for this game. But after the demonstration, I started to have some appeal for the game. It looks interesting, and I think SimCity into a Facebook environment is a good way to showcase it and get people interested. What was the best part of SimCity though wasn't SimCity Social, but the actual new SimCity game they showed off. That looks great and really promising and might be the one to get me into the series. It looks like a lot of fun building your own city, and the fact that this is going to be the first SimCity game to feature multiplayer, which is pretty interesting with the whole connecting cities and such. So the new SimCity was definitely surprising. Up next isn't a new Battlefield game, but a Battlefield service of sorts called Battlefield Premium. I wasn't really sure why this was shown at the press conference, maybe just for EA to say, hey, remember Battlefield, that series you love so much? But basically Battlefield Premium is a one-off subscription where you get all the future DLC packs at one cut-off price, such as new campaign missions, co-op missions and multiplayer maps. That's fine for Battlefield fans and the pricing seems reasonable, but for people who don't have Battlefield 3 like me, it doesn't really appeal, and ultimately I just thought this could have been announced somewhere else and not at this press conference. Somewhere else at another time. And likewise with what's next, Star Wars The Old Republic. They showed a trailer, and its brief appearance did make me wonder, why are they showing this? Is this a new expansion? I wasn't really sure, to be honest. I believe there is a new expansion coming, but don't count me on that. But what I do know is that come July, people who want to get into the game can try it for free up to level 15, and that's actually pretty cool because I haven't played Star Wars The Old Republic yet, and I've had good interest in the game, so I really want to try out this new MMO in the Star Wars universe. But once again, like Battlefield Premium, I felt this could have been something a bit more exciting and meaningful, could have been left somewhere else. Medal of Honor Warfighter was next, and I gotta say, I'm actually quite liking the look of this game now. They showed a live demo and it looks a lot better than the last Medal of Honor reboot game from a few years ago. Just about in every regard, it looks better and seems to play better as well, and the demonstration was good too, until they got to the little robot turret thing for the later half of it. That was boring. I don't know why these companies seem to show off the slow parts of their FPS games. It just doesn't seem to work in my opinion, but I suppose it's just to add variety. But Medal of Honor Warfighter is looking really good, and I'm glad they also showed off the multiplayer side with a multiplayer trailer afterwards. Now, Medal of Honor is on my watch list, and I'm interested to see how it's going to turn out. Hopefully it's good and actually better than the last one, because whilst I had a good time with the last new Medal of Honor reboot game, the single player was a bit meh, it was short, but the multiplayer was pretty good actually. I mean, it had a good mix of Battlefield and Call of Duty, so I'm hoping it maintains that, and I think DICE will do a good job with this. With Medal of Honor out of the way, FIFA 13 and in general, EA Sports was next. They showed a short trailer about EA Sports as a whole, and then they went to FIFA 13. Aside from the trailer, most of the discussion was about this football club thing. I don't really understand it, and ultimately I don't think it's going to impact the game that much. Thankfully, unlike the Microsoft press conference, they didn't discuss much about the Kinect functionality in FIFA 13, and I was thankful for that. The only real meaningful section of this part of the press conference for me was probably the FIFA 13 trailer itself. I won't go into too much, but it seems like they did a couple of improvements I like, but still didn't detail the stuff I think needs to be improved greatly, namely the defending. But it'll probably be in another entry in the series that I'll pick up and play and have a lot of fun with it. So yeah, FIFA 13, woo. Same reaction as Madden 13 really. After FIFA was another sports related title, UFC. This surprised me a bit, but also didn't in the same way. I knew THQ have been having some financial trouble lately, but I also didn't think they were going to sell off one of their best selling sports series. I suppose EA was willing to pay out a high price for this, but yeah, UFC seems to be being published by EA now, and whether this is going to impact the gameplay of the series is still to be confirmed with the new teams and stuff like that, but I think it makes sense for EA to have UFC because they pretty much have every type of sports game on the damn planet now. So yeah, UFC is now being published by EA. Need for Speed Most Wanted was next with a demonstration. I'm pretty excited for this. I'm glad they chose the most wanted part of the series to look back on. I think Criterion Games, the makers of the Burnout series, are doing a good job of keeping it Need for Speed, but also adding some Burnout and Criterion flavour to it. It looks really nice and I really enjoyed Hot Pursuit, so this should be really good Need for Speed game to focus on, but because Criterion Games are working on Need for Speed series as of late, it makes me a little bit sad about Burnout. I mean, where's Burnout? The last Burnout game was Burnout Paradise, and no, I'm not include that Burnout Crash game. That's not a true Burnout game to me. And whilst I feel Burnout Paradise was good, most of my enjoyment came from the online aspects of the game. I miss the days of Burnout Free Takedown and Burnout Revenge, so yeah, EA, bring back Burnout, god damn it, but needless to say, Need for Speed Most Wanted does look good still. And lastly, EA ended their press conference with Crysis III. If I'm honest, very underwhelmed by the showing of the live demo of Crysis III. I enjoyed Crysis 2 quite a lot, and the first one more than the second one, and I just think it's slowly declining now. Yeah, they showed off the bow and stuff like that, but Crysis 3 didn't wow me like the other games they showed. It didn't wow me like Crysis 2 did, and it certainly didn't wow me like Crysis 1 did. I don't think the demo portion they showed was a good portion to show off. It just looks like Crysis 2 with a bow, if I'm honest. I mean, and I'm sad to see it go back to the New York environment and not the jungles of the first game. I hope they're trying to bring back the jungle environments with these dome areas in this game, but it's just not the same to me. If I'm honest, I was disappointed by the showing as a whole, but still, they showed a live demo that's better than probably a CG trailer or something like that, and I'm sure the full game will be good. I'm still excited for it, but just not as much as I was before. So if I was going to give EA's press conference a grade, it would probably be a B. They got me convinced with the new SimCity. Most of the games they showed looked great. I wasn't really that disappointed. I mean, the games they showed, they were a good bunch, and I think they ended with some good titles. I mean, the only things that put EA's press conference from being an A grade is mostly the lack of surprises. I already knew most of these games were coming out. I don't think the live demos were strong enough in some cases, and I would have liked maybe more games to make me go, holy crap, you're actually doing that, like a Bad Company 3 or a new Burnout, something like that to really get me excited, but I still think it was a good press conference overall. If I was to say my best moments of the press conference, it would probably be the live demo of Dead Space 3. I was skeptical about the co-op play in the new Dead Space game, but when they showed off the live demo, EA, you got me convinced. I mean, seems it's going to turn out great. I especially like the ending of that demo, and I can't mention that enough, and I can't wait to play Dead Space 3. As for the worst moment, it'd probably be the football club stuff from FIFA. I would say SimCity Social, because last year when they showed that off, that was shit. But I can understand the appeal now, and the whole Facebook integration thing, and how Facebook is actually a suitable environment for this game. But I don't think the football club stuff for FIFA is going to impact it that much. I could have sworn they showed this before. I still don't get it what it is, and ultimately I don't care. So tell me more about the actual gameplay of FIFA 11. Tell me about the meaningful improvements you're going to do, rather than some interactive football club crap thing. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like rating and subscribe for more E3 videos. Next time I'll be covering the Ubisoft press conference, so be sure to check that out and to watch more of my other videos. Okay guys, take care, thanks for the support, and tell me, what did you think of the EA press conference? Were you impressed? Was it good? Leave a comment down below, but for now, have a nice day. Playstyle is very similar to that of a tower defense game, only reversed. Instead of building your defenses against waves of bad guys, in Babel Rising, you're a god. Then we get into the crap you don't care about, namely Kinect features, Xbox Music, Nike, and Xbox Smart Glass.